Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Godzilla Monster of Monsters, which is another one of the games I already had done before the hard drive went out. That being said, let's get started. Okay, so the beginning part looks more like a board game than anything, for lack of a better term. But most of the game is actually side-scrolling. I think it was every 100,000 points you get a level up for the beginning. You actually have to hit the up button for a jump. You actually have control of two monsters, Godzilla and Mothra. Godzilla being the stronger of the two in my opinion. But potentially Mothra is pretty dangerous, especially since it can utilize safe spots pretty easily. As of course if you have enough time to do that. Yeah. Godzilla actually has its atomic blast attack. Which can actually be pretty useful. Especially since you see the special attack Godzilla has actually makes it so that it does not suffer from a recoil effect, which is going to be very useful later on. I think that particular enemy I'm thinking of appears when you get to level 4. As far as I know, the terrain is actually determined on what level you are and what terrain area you're on. Now then, Godzilla, that one, I think it's supposed to have a special attack, but I've never actually seen it used in. But I do think it's supposed to have one. It really isn't that hard, and well, it really doesn't hit things too hard either. Anyway, you better make sure you move up Mothra and Godzilla both as much as possible, because, well, you're going to have to be moving both of them through the headquarters before you can actually move on to the next area. Or, well, planet. I don't remember right, but I think that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, obviously Mothra gets stuck a lot in this game. Especially in with lava towers, which I'm sure we'll be seeing once we reach level 5 or 6 in volcano areas. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the way this game works. If you actually make it through the headquarters with one of the monsters, you'll actually have to go through it again with the other one, and if you fail and the other monster dies, it's actually game over. I think that's how it works anyway. Anyway, Mothra is actually able to move 4 squares a turn. That being said, it's the most agile monster in the game. And it's capable of just sort of flying through most of the terrain. And because of its thin body, that's what makes Mothra easily able to use safe spots. course, since Mothra usually gets stuck on the left-hand bottom corner of the screen, it can be pretty devastating when one of well, a tower-like thing like this plant here, or well, one of those things, which I know I seem to be using that term, those things, a lot, but well, I call them horseshoe ships, because, well, they're kind of shaped like a horseshoe, I guess. And they're probably one of the most devastating enemies in the game. Anyway, Mothra's best weapon is actually a special attack where it sort of drops wings on enemies. Yeah, I really don't know how exactly the level up system is supposed to work. Alright, level 3. I think the terrain's actually dependent on the monster, not the, on the monster's level, not the, combined monster's level. Anyway, these, red crystals that you'll get every so often actually heal you. And while a good strategy, especially if you run into one of those horseshoe ships, which I'm sure will be appearing later this episode, is to make sure you keep one of these crystals just sort of floating just ahead of you, just in case you get seriously hurt. Because those things are capable of taking out, I'd say, anywhere from 5 to 8. Well, 3 to 8 bars of HP. I mean, I have absolutely no problem saying that one of them things could easily kill Mothra at this moment. But as I said, I think they only appear once you get to level 4 or 5. Hopefully I won't be running into too many of those things. Anyway, if you run into anything that can shoot behind themselves, I would highly suggest destroying them, since, well, the recoil sort of still goes to the left. That being said, that can be quite problematic if you don't kill them and they just sort of keep hitting you from behind. You just keep going to the left. Yeah, another thing that I really don't like about Mothra is the fact that most of the time it's actually able to get hurt because of something actually hits spit and wings. That being said, Mothra can be pretty difficult to actually use. Of course, if you can find a safe spot, you should just be able to fly over a lot of things. My personal suggestion would just to be get the monsters as close to the HQ as you can before actually sending one of them through. That way, just in case the second one dies, the first, you can still continue the game. As I said, I'm pretty sure that if one of them dies when they haven't actually made it past, it's going to be game over. The one that you are trying to do to get through. Doesn't actually live. Anyway, yeah, this area is more or less for to get your stats back. I think if you time the tail whip right, it's also able to remove recoil. That being said, if you can learn how to use the tail whip at the right time, it can be pretty useful. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you just sort of walk into a terrain area and something hits you, and well, because it's an animation, you can't really do anything about it. You can't actually hit these walls until they're actually defending, which can be a bit of a problem, since they sort of recoil you. Yeah, sometimes when machine guns actually link to one of those electrical things, if you destroy a machine gun, it's gonna blow up the electrical thing as well. Anyway, I really should be training Mothra probably, but oh well. Personally, I just sort of stick to Godzilla since it seems to go much faster for Godzilla, mostly because of the recoil. I would highly suggest saving your breath energy for when you actually need to get through a place where they keep firing at, so you don't suffer from recoil as much. Alright, level 4. Alright. Now then, the good thing about Mothra is that it has a fairly long range for its normal attack. That being said, you can actually kill these pterodactyl things without actually activating them. If you got time. I'm just going to run through them as quickly as possible, but it takes, I think it was 8 hits to actually kill one of them. not really too much of a threat for areas like this. Yeah, if you went through one of these mushroom areas with Godzilla first, it should actually be a weaker stage of a mushroom area. Yeah, another thing is the fact that if the wings get hit by an attack, they also damage for some odd reason. Which is pretty bad, seeing as Mothra's main attack is dropping wings on the enemy. Yeah, these things. Oh, geez, these things. Yeah, I really should have paid more attention to that. Those are what I call horseshoe ships, better known as rammers. I mean, I may call them other things, but namely horseshoe ships and rammers. Now then, those things just sort of run into you and deal a ton of damage. They can actually maximize damage by slowing down, which usually happens if you go up and down instead of trying to evade them. Anyway, a good way to minimize damage is to use your blast attack before they hit you. That way you won't suffer from recoil and constantly back up when they hit you. That being said, it should cut it down to about 3 HP worth of damage. Which, granted, that's a lot, but it is possible to avoid them if you jump at the right time. Okay, level 5. Yeah, I guess it was level 4 that those things started appearing. Those rammer ships really aren't that healthy for you. I should also mention the fact that they can also appear at the end of the screen, at the end of the terrain, which, oh boy, well, if they come right before you actually exit the terrain, well, let's just say you ain't gonna be in good shape. I should also mention that the enemies can also run if they deem it necessary. Mothra should be pretty good against Baron, mostly because of the fact Mothra is capable of hitting them pretty quickly multiple times, which for Baron is actually a pretty helpful thing. As I said, I'm pretty sure the monsters are actually get the terrain based on their own level and not the other monster level, so take your time if you can. Yeah, you can't actually use the machine gun version of the spit attack. Well, at least that's what I think it is. That is supposed to be spit. Well, more specifically saliva, but whatever. As you can see, there can be a lot of things on screen all at once. Okay, there we go. And sometimes those ships off in the distance will actually shoot out some machine gun attacks. Sometimes they turn into energy crystals. Anyway, whatever you do, make sure if you do run into one of those raising volcano areas, make sure you destroy them. Because especially with Mothra. Because Mothra, I think Mothra is capable of flying over them, but the problem is if it's on the far left when you're hit and you actually automatically go to the far left after you get hit, well, let's just say it's going to do a lot of damage, constantly hitting you, and you can't really do anything bad except to die. That being said, make sure you destroy these raising volcano areas before proceeding too much further. Alright, Baron. Now then, this one isn't really that difficult, especially with Mothra, because it's pretty easy to safe spot and Baron actually has the ability of actually doing that, or things like that, that'll actually make it so it sort of freezes for a limited time. That being said, if you hit it multiple times with the wing attack, it's probably going to freeze the enemy and you can just keep hitting them. Yeah, you can also just sort of back up when using your wing attack, and that should draw them closer. Yeah, and once it jumps, Baron isn't really much of a problem with Mothra. With Godzilla, you should just be able to tail whip it most of the time to take it down. Which, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I should also mention that every time the enemy does actually stop a fight, they're capable of running. If it's their turn. Again, I would highly suggest saving the breath attack for either a very annoying situation where you can't actually get off any attacks, or one of those things. Seriously. Those things take a lot of HP away. Okay, there. As I said, you should just be able to just sort of use the tail whip on it for the most part. Not really too difficult. Since I'm more used to using Godzilla anyway, that's the main reason why I usually go for Mothra first. Because I'm more used to using Godzilla make no mistake, if you find the correct spot, the safe spot in the enemy, Opera is much better, but that's really not too important for these low levels. I think the first one you're actually going to find that useful against is let's see here. I'm trying to think of who comes first. I'm pretty sure Gygus does. I think that's Gigan. I don't know, whichever one has buzzsaw through its body. Oh yeah, Gigan. Because I'm pretty sure it's, you can safe spot that one pretty easily. Yeah, I probably should have destroyed that lava thing. Oh well. Yeah, pretty much every area actually has those ramming ships. If you're high enough level. If you already got one already on there and you kill the other one, you can actually just go through it. You'll have both of them again, but the one you killed off, that'll actually have one less level. Godzilla's kick is stronger than its punch, but the strongest normal attack you got is tail whip. Oh, that was close. As I said, if you jump at the right time, you can dodge them pretty easily, but if you don't, they can do a lot more damage. Especially if you fail to jump around them, because you see they'll keep on going up and then they'll move down slower and ram through you from up above, which actually does about 4 more hit points worth of damage. That being said, you gotta be pretty careful when you oh shit. There we go. You gotta be pretty careful when you do that. I mean, of this entire game, I'd say that those things are probably the most dangerous thing in the game. Until you get to the last boss anyway, and I think Gigan actually has an ability that can do quite a bit of damage like that. But other than those two bosses, I can't think of anything that really does that much damage. Although I will say there is a ship that's capable of quite literally shooting those ramming ships out every time it decides to do so. So yeah, those things can get annoying. Now then, I do have to question Godzilla versus King Kong. I mean, seriously, who would win, Godzilla or King Kong? I mean, I know they did that in the movie because apparently King Kong wins somehow. Now then, yeah, you want my personal opinion? Godzilla really should have won that in that fight. I'm just gonna go ahead and make this an hour-long episode. But anyway, Godzilla can shoot beams that can survive radioactivity. It emits a lot of radioactivity. It's killed several dozen other monsters, and a great big monkey actually stopped it. Now, if it was a Saiyan ape, yeah, that one would actually stop it, but just King Kong, I seriously doubt. Ah yes, Head Road Drive. Yeah, the enemy that appears in this area is Head Road Drive. Sorry if I mispronounced these names wrong, but I really don't know how to pronounce them that well. Anyway, that one actually sort of spits out toxic goo. I'm pretty sure it's known as the toxic monster or sludge monster or something like that in movies. Anyway, it's pretty hard to get close to without getting yourself hit. Yeah, thankfully, Mothra that more mobile, so you should just be able to just go around the ramming ships easier. But they do hate you, and they do corner you in the left bottom corner. That can be a giant problem. There we go. Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier. If anything in the area doesn't actually move that looks like an enemy, it's actually just scenery. You can only tell that by whether or not they move. Yeah, don't bother trying to go down under these plants. I'll just fire a beam right under them. Yeah, I know some of these levels get pretty long. Well, apparently all this mushroom area isn't really well done. Alright, level 4. Great, now ramming ships will start appearing those now. Alright. As I said, some of it's scenery. Every time you level up, it doesn't actually increase your physical strength, and it just increases 1 life bar and 1 power bar, and that's it. And I think once you get to a certain point, every level up actually makes your energy increase faster. Oh yeah, I should also mention that. Every so often you'll actually run into one of these mushroom areas that if you're high enough level and they'll actually start spitting out ramming ships. Which is usually one of those ones that are, one of those swirling ones originally. Yeah, like that one. Yeah, hopefully you can avoid them. Alright, bye. Alright, level 7. Yeah, unfortunately you gotta move both of them up. It would have been a lot easier if it was just Godzilla, but whatever. Just watch out for the ramming ship. there's a lot of these areas you gotta cover for this game. I should also warn you that the password system actually, if you actually use the password system, I'm pretty sure it actually leaves you at level 1. So that being said, if you use the password system on the for the last level, you'll have to go through level 1. Of course, it isn't really that difficult to do that because of the fact, well, the first thing you're gonna get is to fight with Godzilla, and well, that one isn't really that difficult. Sorry if the game seems to be lagging, but that's not the recording, that's just how many things are on screen at a time. As I said, just make sure you ain't stuck on in the bottom left corner of one of them ramming ships comes. Thankfully, the top of these hills usually have crystals. Again, if you can keep one of those crystals on screen, it's highly advised. Alright. Yeah, it can't really hit you when you're at the bottom like that, unless it kicks. It is possible to use the tail whip when you're jumping, you just need to be quick about it. Of course, usually it's just better just to use your fist or kick. Well, apparently you're not on Jupiter, you're on the moon next to Jupiter. Yeah, those missile launchers only fire, well, the ones on the ground anyway, only fire one missile at a time. And they don't actually regenerate, so they're not much of a problem. Yeah, you may be able to use the tail whip to defend against the recoil of the ramming ships as well, but probably not as effectively as the blast attack itself. For Godzilla, I'd highly suggest trying to jump constantly to kick it. Or try using a power attack whenever it corners you. As I said, it does have a special attack, although I will say I've never actually seen it use it. Yeah, both A and B has the exact same attack, so you can just sort of do it by pressing one at one time and then just directly using the other. Of course, obviously this isn't really a strong attack, but you can do it a lot. I'm just gonna finish off there. Yeah, I know it looks like some sort of acid there, but I don't think it actually affects you any. So I'm gonna guess that's just scenery, because I've never seen it act as a weapon either. Or, well, anyway. Okay. Alright, that's where we're at. It's probably gonna get into the fight now. Now then, this one usually just sort of sticks to the right-hand side of the screen. Now then, what makes fighting this one tricky is the fact it starts spitting out the toxic goo. Which means once it gets out a steady stream of it, it's borderline impossible to actually get any good physical hits on it. That being said, just try to make it so it doesn't spit out that much. For as long as you can. Yeah, because of its rather long physical attack, fighting out hand-to-hand is going to be a bit of a problem if it has streams of that toxic goop going all over the place. But as long as it stays on the right-hand side, it shouldn't be too bad. Alright. Ah, yes, these areas. They're more or less tower areas. There's gonna be a lot of tower-like enemies here. Most of the lasers are either gonna be shot from above or below. And of course, depending on your location. There's gonna be a lot of these flying saucer enemies in these areas. Nothing too bad as of yet. Yeah, you may also notice that there's probably going to be more HQ spaces. Which, while in the main HQ, I'd highly suggest destroying pretty much everything before you move on. Just in case one of these ramming things shows up. Yeah, that includes the walls, even though they really don't do too much damage. They still recoil, yeah. Alright. Now you may also notice that the lasers are actually color-coded. It's yellow for Mothra and blue for Godzilla. I'm gonna guess they just sort of decided they may as well be the same color as the monsters because, well, we already got that color scheme already done. Alright. Yeah, if you're ever in a great big area like that with a few machine guns and other miscellaneous stuff, so long as the ramming thing isn't already on screen, you should be alright just to try bypass. But if you get recoiled, oy, that can do a lot of damage fast. Alright. As I said, sometimes there's just really nothing you can do about getting hit in areas like this. I totally timed that wrong. Alright. So you gotta smash through pretty much every area twice. Because you gotta go through with Mothra and Godzilla unless you get one of them killed. Alright, so let's see what the next planet has. I think it skips to Saturn. Yep. I know it skips a few planets. Alright, so the next enemy is this Triceratops thing. Bargon, yep, 14 HP. Well, I am going to end this episode of Godzilla Monsters here. That being said, everybody have a good day.